We're going to go ahead and get started. So welcome to everyone. If it's your first time being here, welcome. If you're a returner, welcome as well. So we have been off for close to a month because of knowledge. Hopefully everyone was able to go and enjoy that. I know that Marta and Dan were there. I was not there, but I heard it was amazing as usual. So that's super awesome. I hope you were able to meet and go over to the kiosk and get to meet Dan and Marta and have some conversations with them. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll quickly go over some logistical information and we'll get directly into our content that we want today. So as usual, these are always for you, fresh ideas, better understanding, and practical guidance. This is being recorded, so please feel free to sit back and enjoy and know that you'll have this later on today, probably tomorrow, as well as the slide deck. I'll attach that to the community event as a PDF for you as well. Please do feel free to ask questions. We just ask that you use the Q&A rather than the chat. The chat is really cool for hellos, and I see tons of those coming through. So super excited to get those. But make sure that you put the Q&A or the questions in the Q&A. We do have people on that can answer some of those via type, and then also we'll try to answer those during the session, and we'll probably have some time at the end where we can answer some more Q&A. We just like to keep track of those. So if you could please put those in the Q&A, that'd be super awesome. So Safe Harbor, probably super important today because we are talking roadmap for platform analytics. So there will be some definite future statements and things of that nature. So please keep that in mind as you are listening and observing the content that's being covered today. And make sure that buying decision, things of that nature, you keep the Safe Harbor in your mind as you're doing that. So I am Thomas Davis. I am sorry, I do have a little bit of congestion thing going on, but hopefully I can push through it. And of course, Marta and Dan are here to help me as well. So super appreciative of that. So again, today we're going to talk about platform analytics roadmap. So if you again were at Knowledge, I know that there was a specific session that was dedicated to some of this information. So if you were there, it may be some repeat for you. If not, then this is a great opportunity for you to get an idea of where we've been, where we are, and where we're going, which is our intent to share with you today. So I'll share a little bit, and then Marta is going to share a little bit here in a few slides. And then, of course, Dan, please, if you have anything to add, we would hope that you would do that as well. And we will all be here to answer your questions. So with that, so let's kind of real quickly, we always like to do this just in case you're not familiar, if you are new to platform analytics and ServiceNow, to kind of give you an idea of where we came from. So in 2011, you'll kind of see our timeline here. We had reporting, right? Reporting gave customers the ability to create basic reporting information from ServiceNow. And that was at our Aspen release, which was many, many, many years ago. And again, that just gave the ability to take information from the platform, table information, and report directly on that in very basic reporting functionality, which was what we had sort of out of the gate when we came with ServiceNow. And as we move forward, we moved to Eureka in 2014, and that's when performance analytics came along. And that also was when we acquired Mirror 42, the acquisition of that. And that really is when we sort of started taking reporting and performance analytics in a more broad direction and a more powerful direction. And that gave us the ability to have trending information to capture snapshots of information based on when the data was being captured and reporting on that, and of course give trending analysis and some forecasting information and things of like that. It really gave us that ability to do that with that acquisition of Mirror 42. So by leveraging that historical data and the current organizational data, PA helped forecasting trends and identifying bottlenecks and things of that nature. So it really was an exciting time in ServiceNow when Mirror 42 came along. Then from there, we kind of went to the platform, and that gave us the ability to sort of rethink the information in the way that we wanted to present it. And really, it started the idea of putting everything in sort of one screen and in a workspace and moving in that direction to really give you some powerful ability at your fingertips and a lot more visualizations. And the visualizations got better and more powerful. And again, with the capturing of data and pulling that all together and bringing live data together via table data and also historical data, really gave you the ability to report on some fantastic information. And then we moved forward a little bit further. Currently, platform analytics, right? So now we have the ability to pull a lot of different data into dashboards. Here you can kind of see process mining, that ability to do there. We also have the insights that are on the right side as well. And again, the ability to really edit all of that information in one particular screen rather than going to multiple places. So if you're familiar with platform analytics and you're using it and you've started that migration process or you have already migrated over, then this is information that you're used to seeing. And if you're not there, then obviously this is what you'll see once you make that migration over to platform analytics. And a lot of things have sort of come with that, and a lot here recently in our latest Yokohama release that we've done a couple sessions that I'll actually give you some references to here shortly. But it really gives you the ability to really capture data and see data in a different light. And of course, the Gen AI portion of that, where now you can ask questions and ask it to, create you a data visualization, and it'll go out there and it'll look directly at table data and see if it has some information that it can compile for you, or see if there are existing indicators that have been created and pull that back into a data visualization and obviously put that directly into the dashboard for you. Now, obviously, that's going to get even more powerful, and Marta will speak to that here in a little bit. The direction is to make that even more, give you the ability to do a lot more directly at your fingertips. So a lot of the creation that you had to go to maybe a different screen for, hopefully in the future we'll be able to give you that ability to do that directly in this same editor that edits the dashboard itself. And of course, you have the technical editor as well, which is for the more deep dive, more in-depth developer that wants to really create some custom information and things of that sort. But platform analytics kind of, where we're at now. And then there was some research that was conducted that helps us decide sort of the decisions that we've made for where we're going in the future. And again, Marta will kind of talk about that. So again, presently, where are we at? So embedded analytics, the ability, I spoke to that, where you can actually take analytics and embed them in many places within the platform, not just within dashboard, but within workspaces and things of that nature. Performance analytics, so historical data, snapshots. And we kind of talked about this at our last Academy before Knowledge. Data snapshots is another thing with the Yokohama. And of course, if you've migrated over to Platform Analytics, data snapshots, of course, takes it to a whole nother level where now you can really maximize the data that you're capturing and capturing an even more granular ability, and also the ability for unlimited filtering, unlimited breakdowns that we've been talking about for a long time with RaptorDB Pro. So super excited about that. The experience, we're continuously adding to that and simplifying that. And, given the ability with a unified self-service platform analytics experience that, again, empowers you with, and all users with analytics anywhere within the platform. Obviously, secure and real-time data, kind of talked about it a little bit with the data snapshots, but we thrive to, push that even more. And I know that a lot of organizations like to pull data into ServiceNow, and we're making those abilities even better as well. Obviously, you can export some data out, but we like to tell you that it's the most secure and best way to report on data is within the platform. So we try as hard as we can to make sure that we're giving you the ways to report on the data within the platform so you don't have to export that out. And that gets better with every release as well. And of course, user experience analytics has a brand new look and feel. We do have an academy that we showed that probably about a month and a half ago, and that is always out there for you as well. But user experience analytics is very powerful, and I would tell you that if it's something that you're not familiar with or you have not done, you should definitely look into it, because it really does sort of tell you the journey of what your customers are doing inside of the platform, and can really help you get some really good information out of it and help you make, of course, business decisions around what you're doing with your platform as it relates to that as well. So a couple of academies, obviously, because we're talking about present. So we did some academies earlier in this year where we talked about what's new in Yokohama as it relates to platform analytics. And of course, what's new in Yokohama, exporting in platform analytics, which talks about the ability to export to PowerPoint now, export to PDF. And of course, you can export individual data visualizations. We have had that since, I believe, Xanadu. So that was in Xanadu, but we made that even better with Yokohama. So that's kind of, where we are from a past and a present and the future, which would be Zurich going forward. And that's where Marta's going to come in and she's going to talk in depth, kind of give you an idea of where Zurich and beyond goes. But I see that we have some questions. Dan, I don't know if you've been monitoring those. Are there some that we want to answer now?
I'm still reviewing, so let's go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, Marta, if you're ready, you can definitely take over and really give us some ideas of Zurich and beyond.
Let me share my screen. Perfect. So I'm gonna cover the full spectrum of our platform analytics capabilities. So as you know, platform analytics is our umbrella term for anything that is data visualization, like creation journey of dashboards, as well as like any of the AI enhancement that we're doing, and performance analytics, so the indicators and the data snapshots functionality. So you're gonna see in the slides, in the next slides for both Zurich and as well Australia and beyond, that there are content regarding the creation experience, regarding the exploration and collaboration regarding managing your analytics artifacts. These are all topics that we are focusing on. So starting with Zurich and starting with the governance management use cases, we have focused on what we call internally the analytics management. These are surfacing usage, data information, and metrics for the platform analytics dashboards. So you're going to have a new library page in which you are going to be able to see all the platform analytics dashboards, as well as the one that have been migrated, and you're going to be able to actually understand this, like what has not been viewed for a long time, or what has been like maybe deactivated already and might be deleted. All of these are alongside with some management actions for our analytics managers and our analytics admins that are around the activation and deletion of the content. We have started this analytics management journey with the dashboards as well as with the indicators. So similar informations, but also tailored for the indicators and the data collections will be available from Zurich. So you are going to be able to understand which indicators are not viewed, are not used, which are not part of any jobs, and so forth. And there are also going to be some actions from the list that will be to delete and also to enable data snapshots. This one will be available only if applicable, because if I move next, one of the biggest functionality that we have released with Yokohama is actually the performance analytics data snapshots. We have done a session where Love has presented the capability, and so you can find it in our recordings. But data snapshots will enable the multi-level breakdown, for example, and is connected only and is available only if you have RaptorDB Pro. So this enablement and promotion of the data snapshots capability is available only if you have RaptorDB Pro. But you are going to be able to see which are the indicators that could have multi-level breakdown supported, and as well you can enable it directly from this Analytics Center library page, our management page. So as well as like various improvements regarding the data snapshots, indicators, and the collection. So those are improving loggings, like the load times of the KPIs, to make sure that you can actually slice and dice your data from the KPI details as well as from the dashboards in a very performant manner. So moving to the migration, we are with Zurich. There is going to be no automatic migration on the upgrade to Zurich or on the upgrade to Australia or any further release. No forced or automatic migration will happen for your content. What we are moving forward is actually, we had started from Washington to a very focus of like full migration approach. While we are actually moving towards is to give more capabilities to have a phased migration approach to your core UI content. So from Zurich, the core UI dashboard owners will be able to migrate their own dashboards. They will see a banner on the top. The banner will surface only if this dashboard is migratable. So if there are not, if there is no custom content block in that dashboard, and they will be able to perform that migration by themselves without the need of like system admins or analytics managers to actually do the full migration on the instance. Every time that they are gonna perform a migration, they're gonna actually have the new migrated version of the dashboards. There is also gonna be automatic redirection in place from the core UI dashboard to the new migrated dashboards. And as well as a functionality that I know that has been asked for a long time, it was not only to be able to migrate like as a standalone artifact the dashboards, but also the reports. So we have added the capabilities in Zurich that also the reports can be migrated from the sys report table. There's going to be a UI action that will actually allow you to migrate the core UI reports to the saved data visualization. Alongside with the new capabilities that come on the platform analytics experience, we also support them in the migration. So you can see GeoMap. We have done updates on the header across all dashboard elements. Also, the background colors, new list capabilities, and the export to CSV of the list. And this ties to the updates on the dashboards and visualization. So we have created a consistent header for all the dashboard element. As of now, only the data visualization had the header configuration, so header title. We have now added it for all the elements that are supported in the dashboards, meaning that also the rich text, the image, they will all have the same configuration and the same header, similar to what was happening in the core UI dashboards. We also support the header title and background color from Zurich, and we support the export of the data visualizations to PNG and JPEG from the dashboard directly. On the list enhancement, we have now supported the pagination, the alternative group by the export from the dashboards, and more consistent configuration to the other data visualization. So the data source configuration, as well as the group by and like the presentation level, all will be consistent to the other data visualization configuration panel capabilities. Now, on the Now Assist Explorer, this is new capabilities that is going to be released with the August store release of this year. The Now Assist Explorer allows you to really do a document exploration and findings with natural like language about insights of that you have in your data. So it's like if you want to do an analysis of maybe what has happened for an increase of incidents, and maybe there was a change that has caused this spike on incidents, on cases, you can actually put together this analysis and collaborate about the finding with other users. So then you can kind of keep this collaborative document it as a snapshot of what happened. So it's really important to understand that it's like the Now Assist Explorer, as a difference from the dashboard, is that the Explorer is a snapshot of one time of the data in one particular point of time, while instead the dashboards will have the data be refreshed when changes have been made. All as using natural language, so you can ask a question, add text yourself, as it will be on a live document. Add analysis, so you're gonna get a summary of the insights from the visualization that are provided, and as well you're gonna have context, and the Now Assist Explorer will understand who you are and will provide you like extra question or extra insights connected to the data and the goals that you have to achieve on the analysis. Are there any questions before I go to the next?
Yeah, I think we have a few. Dan, do you want to take those ones that you wanted to do
Sure.
out loud, or do you want to do those later?
Yep, let's do this here. Let's see, specifically talking about like the analytics manager. Question is, will the analytics management allow you to categorize between HR and IT? My guess is that would mean that you'd have to either apply a category to the dashboards or through like an application scope or something. But is there some other way to do that? So if I'm looking at my list of content and I just want to show the content that belongs to HR in the analytics admin.
Sorry, can you repeat? I was looking if that question is for me.
Yeah, I think yes. Yeah, I think that would be for you. That's so it's the question is ultimately, will the analytics admin, the new experience, allow you to categorize the content between HR and IT and other types of groups?
Yeah, so we have from Yokohama, we have the categorization option and capabilities for the platform analytics dashboards. So yes, from the analytics manager and the analytics center library pages, you're gonna be able to see which are the categories connected to those dashboards.
Right. Yeah, and that was my question: is the dashboard categories really the only way you would do that as of right now? There's not so you'd have to like go in and apply a category, make sure that you apply the category to those dashboards. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. Okay. Can the usage statistics be opened up to dashboard owners? So they're not necessarily admins. They're just the content. They're just the owner of the dashboard itself.
That's a really good point. I think it's something that we are reviewing right now. They are on the library pages in the analytics management, mainly for the manager persona, so analytics managers. But I think there is an opportunity to have these information surfaced also for the dashboard owners.
Sure. Okay. And you might have just shown this, but I'm going to ask anyway. Will the usage data and the various admin management actions be within the Platform Analytics Center or a separate workspace? So just within the standard.
It will be as part of the Platform Analytics Center. So in the Platform Analytics library pages, you're gonna have also the analytics management. It's gonna be different views depending on the role that you have. So if you have a dashboard admin role, then you will see more of the management actions and information. Instead, if you don't have that role, don't have a dashboard admin or like platform analytics admin role, you're still gonna be able to find all your dashboards, but you are not gonna have actionability on the page itself, on the library page.
Another, I think, good overall question. Will all the Zurich items discussed today be backward compatible? My guess is no, unless it is like part of a store app that's maybe Yokohama compatible or something like that.
Yes, and everything that I have presented regarding the dashboard data visualization, migration, and yeah, analytics management, those are gonna be available only from Zurich onwards. I think Olga, since I see you here for the Explorer, it will be supporting also Yokohama.
Yes, it will be supported in Yokohama and Zurich.
Okay, those are the ones I had for now. I'm still kind of going through the rest of these here, but and just as a heads up to the attendees, the ones that are not specific to this topic, I'm going to hold off to the end, or try to answer them in text.
Okay. So going forward, so what we see for Australia and beyond, sorry for the layout mishap here. So what's gonna happen, as I was mentioning before, we are actually not gonna do any automatic or forced migration to platform analytics. That means that we really want to find a way for you to have a seamless navigation between core UI and platform analytics experiences. And this will happen from our common library pages, meaning that from the platform analytics library pages, when you land on the dashboard and you have not yet migrated all your content, you're going to be able to see both the core UI dashboards and the platform analytics dashboards, and you will be able to navigate between them. Similarly, this will happen also for your core UI reports and your platform analytics visualizations. And what's gonna change, since I was talking about the phased approach that we are looking at for going forward on regarding the migration, is that there's gonna be an action on the library pages in which we are actually gonna allow you to select some of the core UI dashboards and then click on migrate. And this migration will then trigger the flow of the migration for only those specific dashboards. On the analytics management, agentic AI will play a big role. So we really want to have proactive suggestions about how to clean up your analytics ecosystem. So finding out if you have unused data visualization, finding out if you actually have content that is the owners have left the company and nobody has access to them, so they are not being viewed anymore. So it's find way on which the agentic AI and the AI agent can also help you to maintain a clean and performant analytics ecosystem, and have actionability on those, so surface which are the records that we suggest the cleanup on, and then perform an action that could be deactivating the content, deleting them if hasn't been used for a long time. We want to also give insights across the all artifacts, so more insights regarding jobs statuses, if there are errors, if there is any problem on the collection, if there could be any improvement on the loading performance of the data visualization and the dashboards, and as well having a better discoverability of the analytics artifacts for the business users. So having a better way to search through all the existing artifacts that they have, that existing artifacts that have been recently viewed, that have been certified, and really make sure that the content is way more discoverable and findable for all the business users. So on the performance analytics side, we are gonna go into the support of the intraday analytics. This is one of the capability really asked for our like one of our products areas that regarding manufacturing and shifts. So, and production line, all of this will be using the business calendar, but we really want to be able to collect over time, but actually on a hours kind of a time frame, and not anymore as daily as we have it right now. In this case, also for intraday, most probably will be connected to the data snapshots capability and hence connected to the Raptor DB Pro functionalities. Regarding data snapshots, also additional supported capabilities of like which are the indicators that we support the multi-level breakdowns on, the indicators that might contain scripting or bucket groups and so on. And alongside of improving the self-service analytics, improving the creation experience, then we really want to build a new KPI creation flow for the business users that will also have help from suggestions from AI agents and Gen AI to tailor the creation for the user. On the Now Assist Explorer, there are gonna be improvements across the canvas structure. So it's like right as the first version that is gonna be released in August will have a more document like vertical layout, while the flexible canvas will allow you to freely organize the insights and have like maybe some analysis done on one side and then bring them together, and it's like just have a more collaborative and explorer tool available to you. There is also a big effort on integration of external data. As you might have heard, ServiceNow is really focusing on the workflow data fabric and the external data, the zero copy connections. Also, they will be available throughout the Explorer, as well as they are available throughout the data visualizations and to be surfaced the data in the data visualization. We are gonna add the ability to export to PDF and PowerPoint, and as well actionability on the like from the insights that you have gotten, maybe create a plan, trigger workflows, maybe actually trigger AI agents on top of like the findings and so forth. Regarding on the creation experience and the use of AI with it, we really want to have like better ways to help on generating content. And generating content could be dashboards or could be visualization using natural language. This could be providing suggestion of like which metric will be maybe interesting when you are trying to like create a dashboard for or a specific user or a specific use case. So surfacing suggestions about metrics to use, maybe generating those data visualizations and providing suggestions where some of the configuration and the capabilities can be found across the dashboards. So as you can see here, there are different layout options as well as layout recommendations that could be done based on the content that is on the page, maybe the scope and the intent of that dashboard that it will have. And last but not least on the focuses is the visual builder for customers and partners. This is right now we have data visualization charting library available that we deliver as by default as part of the platform analytics data visualization. We actually want to expand this charting library and allow your partners or customers to actually create the charts, extra charts based on their need. So we are working on a tool that will help you create these new visualization types that then you can integrate easily to the UI builder and the inline dashboard. So it will leverage the high charts library for the actual customizable chart that will be available. And that's all from my side.
Okay, thanks, Marta. Yeah, and basically what this slide is a recap of basically everything that we sort of covered today. So it really gives you the ability to sort of read that and capture that information. We don't necessarily need to go over this because it would be redundant, but we want to make sure that we put a slide here that sort of encompassed everything that we were talking about today. So Dan, I think you had a couple that you had flagged. Do you want to grab those real quick?
Sure. Yeah. There's a question of if you have not yet enabled next experience property. So the question is, how does the user-driven migration in Zurich work if we don't have the next experience properties enabled?
That's a great question. From Zurich, having the next experience property enabled is not mandatory anymore because we have worked on the navigation and making sure that the platform analytics experience opens fully and allows to still have the left side menu navigation when you have the next experience UI property as false.
Good. That sounds good. Another question, just kind of asking more about expanding a little more on the new list capabilities. Does this simple list, or does this mean the simple list won't default to tasks anymore? Or does
Yes.
this enhancement mean something else? Yeah.
No, it's correct. It does mean that the simple list, it's actually not going to be simple anymore. We are using a different kind of capability and view of that component, and it will not default to the task table anymore.
Oh, let's see. I saw a question on, I think that was
I can go ahead and ask this one, Dan. I think
yeah, go ahead.
probably a
Yeah.
lot of them are similar to this. So apologies if this was already clarified, but I'm confused on the comment above stating that from Australia, users will not be able to create core UI content anymore when the ServiceNow documentation site specifically states present data through either the core UI or the platform analytics experience. So which is it? Is core UI being deprecated as of Australia or not? And if not, when will the documentation? So this is more around what capabilities will sort of be restricted, which is probably a better word than deprecated as it relates to Australia. If you can speak to that, maybe Marta.
So what will happen in Australia is that we are not gonna allow anymore the creation of core UI reports and dashboards. When we say deprecation is that we are not gonna do any further like enhancement on core UI capabilities, as well as like our what we are gonna actually fix is gonna be only the security critical defects, if any. And that's kind of what we are communicating. We are not gonna delete any of the core UI content that you currently have, as well as like if you have not performed the migration, when you're actually upgrading to Australia, you're gonna be able to see still the core UI dashboards and core UI reports, and you're gonna be able also to edit them. But the creation of new content will only go through platform analytics experience tools.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm just going to get this next one here. Let's see.
Okay.
And I don't know if this was supposed to happen or if there's an issue here, but maybe we can speak to it. Is it expected behavior that users to whom dashboards and old UI were shared in Washington after migration of those dashboards to Platform Analytics in Yokohama lost the edit rights and only have view rights? Will that improve in Zurich? Was that the expectation? Should that have changed? Their rights changed during that migration?
No, the rights shouldn't change, but I think in the previous report designer, you were able to edit the condition on a report, but not being able to save them. While instead in the kind of in the new configuration panel, you cannot go and edit the condition builder data source if you don't have edit rights. So that's a change in behavior. It's something that I will look into with the team. Ideally, if you have editing rights before, you should have editing rights also after. But if you add view rights, but with still some option to edit, but not to save, there might be a change of behavior.
Okay, do you think that they need to open up an incident or anything, or do you think it's just
It's fine if you want to open a support case. I will. We have had a similar question actually today about it. So I think we will look with the team.
okay? Thanks. All right, Dan, you had one?
I had a couple here again. Question here is there any feature now or future to present a read-only version of platform analytics visualizations on the employee center? And I'm assuming that really means that is a portal based. And I'm going to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to say as long as employee center is a portal page site, it would not. But I don't know. Can you clarify that for you, Marta? Can you say that that we're kind of looking at other ways to address that?
So the reason we haven't done anything native to support the new data visualization or the platform analytics data visualization dashboards into the service portal like technology. Most probably it's possible, but we haven't done like out of the box support for it. I'm sure there is some way to do it. It's just that technology wise there might be some clash regarding the different type of technologies that they use. If they're not using service portal and you're using UI builder for building your portal, then absolutely that's possible. You can have the data visualization component and the dashboard component available in that page.
Yeah, and I don't think we have information on whether Employee Center is going to be specifically moved into a UI builder based environment or remain as a service portal page. So that would be a good question for our employee workflows or HR product team. See another question here for some questions here on just the usage data. So for the dashboard usage data, will there be an option to see what dashboard specific users are actually utilizing? And I believe you'll be able to drill down into that, but can you clarify that, or is it just aggregate?
Yeah, so now the views as of now that you will get from the analytics management and the library pages will be only the aggregate. There are dashboards stats and dashboards execution tables in where that information might lie but we don't store them for forever. So it's like that tables also got cleaned up. So you might not have all the actual usernames available. At the same time, we are looking if UXA, so user experience analytics, so we'll be able to provide that information, and if yes, how we can surface it on the management library pages.
One kind of a follow-up on the usage data and the other management actions. Are they in Analytics Center specific? Is that something that the admin will find in Analytics Center, or kind of that clear? So that was kind of unclear on what the answer is. So if I'm in Analytics Center, will I see if I'm a dashboard admin or whatever the appropriate level of admin needs to be there? Will I get access to the view that gives me all of those management
Yes.
capabilities.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's in Analytics Center. And it
Yeah.
just will be not visible for someone who is like just a standard user, I would guess.
Yes, correct.
I hope that helps, Claire. If that does not, you can follow up again and we'll try to do our best. Yeah, I just hope that does help here. Let's see. Um, I think this is kind of an interesting one for the roadmap. Will PA also use AI to share improvements in processes other than IT? So I'd assume so right now I mean, like within the insights it has that, but what capabilities will AI be able to generate um, process improvement suggestions? Is that an expectation then?
Yeah, we are not looking, and Olga, please go ahead. We are definitely not focusing only on the IT like type of processes and products. And we are looking at the full spectrum of the products and applications that we have. But Olga, if you have
Yeah,
something.
so any analytics capabilities which comes out of analytics products are data agnostics, in the meaning it works with any product. If you're talking about process improvements with AI, it's most things that BUs are shipping, and every BU is shipping a bunch of their own AI agents to optimize whether it's employee experience or whether it's IT experience or customer experience. But if we're talking analytics, like for example, the Analysis Explorer, the answers it gives, it of course will work with not just with ITSM, it will work with any other custom tables, the HR tables, etc.
Excellent. Thank you. Question on lists here again. Joe, in the legacy core UI reports, I could export external data um, and use for visualizations. I don't see that option on the platform analytics. So no, is that something that like right now, like I know the list views don't have that option in like the native next experience lists.
Uh,
Um,
so it's this one on Core UI reports. I can export external.
yeah, right.
So from Zurich, from the list, you're gonna be able to from the dashboards when you have a list component, you're gonna be able to export the data as CSV or Excel or like a PDF. So that will all be supported from Zurich and from the platform analytics data visualization on the dashboards instead will be PNG and JPEG.
Thank you. Question about the migration here that's with Z. With so Marta mentioned the new view to migrate core UI dashboards. Will you still be able to preview how a migrated dashboard will look prior to committing or completing that action or committing to it?
Uh, no,
Like
in the
to
sense
compare.
that so we do want in Australia to provide a capability regarding the comparison also for the partial and for the phased migration of the dashboards. As of Zurich, when a dashboard owner migrates it, they will automatically go to the new version that will be the migrated platform analytics dashboards that will be activated, but they can always roll back if they want. So there is always going to be the opportunity to go to the core UI version again if they don't want to
Yeah.
keep to the migrated version.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you. I think this one maybe we're not kind of clarifying uh the data from dashboard usage. Will the analytics management data include dashboards or visualizations that are provided out of the box, either within the family versions or plugin, so that we only concern ourselves with ones our organization has created? You shouldn't need to do anything with whether those dashboards are out of the box or ones that you created. They should all show up in the data for like like what dashboards are being viewed and all that. Um, I Unless I'm misunderstanding that question. So Susan asked that. So if I am misinterpreting the question, you can throw another one up there and I'll try to get to it. Is that correct there, Marta and Olga? Right? So that doesn't really matter whether the dashboard or a visualization was part of an out-of-the-box solution or if it's something that the customer creates themselves.
Yeah, that's
The
correct.
the data management will apply to all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Yeah.
just you can see who created
Yeah.
it, right? It's how it's
It
shaped.
doesn't care. Yeah, it doesn't care who created it or how it was created. So those are the ones I have live. Thomas, you had a couple of them there
Yep.
still, huh?
Yep, thank you. So, am I remembering correctly that enhancements coming with Zurich will allow us to modify, add columns to the data visualizations list, like adding table to the data visualization list would be critical for us. And being able to search on columns like created by, neither are possible at the moment in Yokohama, but my memory is I heard both of these features will be available in Zurich. These are things that you can do today with classic reports that my users use frequently. Is that something that's coming to Zurich?
It's not gonna be Zurich, but it is in the plan for Australia.
Okay. Do we have any training documentation on platform analytics for end users? So there are some courses in Now Learning that do talk about platform analytics experience. I guess the question is to what level for the end users that you're talking about, because we do have some that will actually show you how to create inside of platform analytics. I guess if you're talking about end users to how to understand how to consume, I know that we have some academies that I'll definitely reference in the useful links on this community post that'll maybe help with that as well. But I think everything within our academies is probably the best place to go for user experience if it's, I mean, for end users on how to actually consume the content within dashboards and things of that nature. Let me see what else we got here. Um, Will the ability to allow users to migrate their own dashboards without no longer needing a role, is there any ability to remove the ability and to make it only available for an admin of some sort to be able to do the migration?
Yes, you can block the self-service migration, as we call it, so that only the dashboard owners perform the migration. You can block that, so they are not gonna be able to see the banner anymore if you don't want like your business users or the dashboard owners to do the migration of their dashboards.
Okay, thanks. And then is there a Now University course recommended for platform analytics to help with the migration? I don't know that there's specifically one yet for that. Dan, I don't know. I can't remember if there is a particular one, but I know that we have plenty of collateral and content that actually show how to actually do that. We've had quite a few academy sessions that actually show that process as well. And I know that we have some stuff on the community that I'll make sure that I'll reference in this. But Dan, I don't think there's an actual course yet, is there?
No, really the closest would be is our documentation on the kind of the recommended migration path
Right.
in
Yep.
the document in the community.
Okay. Let's see here. What other helpful tools or best way to troubleshoot migrations that failed? Like the platform gives me the debug log, but is there anything I can do to read that and understand what part of migration failed? Dan, Marta, I know that we have that one document where you've been sort of putting things out there that maybe are issues, but is there something out there that helps them read the debug log? If they're having
No, if you actually get an error from the migration itself, I will raise a support case. Because one thing is like if there are issues on some content not being migrated properly, but I think if the migration itself while it's running through all the content, then I will raise a support case.
Okay, thanks. In a data visualization where I have a sum or account aggregation, will I be able to add a having statement, for example, showing only aggregations where the sum is greater than 10? Is having a possibility in data visualizations?
Not right now, not that I'm aware of. I'm gonna bring this back to the team as a question.
We're in Xanadu version and created variants to library and home pages with a couple of changes like hiding buttons and sections. Will the variants receive the latest changes released as part of upgrades? I don't know the answer to that. I'm guessing will they pass through when you upgrade to the next release if they've created those? Anybody know anything about that?
Oh, if you have created variants to library, yeah, I think I will double check, but I don't think we are gonna remove them. Like we are definitely not gonna remove them. I just need to double check if we are if there is any possibility that we are replacing. But we have. I know that you have customers have done some variants because they wanted to hide some buttons because they weren't working with the ACLs, the custom ACLs defined. Now the custom ACLs are fully taken into account. So hopefully if you have had to do variants to the library pages for that reason, like you will not need them anymore.
This is another simple list question. It seems there's a limitation in Platform Analytics simple list in the filter condition if there is one of operator in a huge value list like 400 DLs. Export is not possible. View all throwing a Export is not possible. View all throwing too big URL error. That's correct, but this was possible in Core UI. Will it be improved in the future? So I guess it's about how many results you can actually export from a simple list. Any enhancements to that or anything in the future? Do we know?
Not that I'm aware. I can ask to the team. It's not the list itself, and the exporting capability is not with the platform analytics ownership. So we will need to follow up that call with the list team.
And I would probably suggest, I guess, if you have this things that used to work but doesn't work, and you don't know if it's a bug or not, just submit a case task for the support so you have official response, and then having a case task always promotes faster fixing of the defects or priority of the features if it was not designed. So that helps.
So we are at the top of the hour and we're not going to be able to get to all of these, but what we'll do is I'll actually be able to capture these and I will work to get the answers to all of these and post these within the community event as well. So sorry that we were not able to get all of those, but I just do want to be conscious of people's time. So quickly, just kind of, again, talking about data snapshots, I think it's really good for you to all look into that. If you're on RaptorDB Pro, data snapshots is super awesome. So take advantage of that. Make sure you're looking in the community as well. We're working on what our next academy will be. That'll be posted by the end of this week. So thank you, Marta. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Olga, for being here. And like I said, if we didn't get to answering your question, I will try to get the answers and make sure that we put these in the community event. And we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Thank you very much.